Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. So this is another war video here, and this time we've ended up facing against Black. So unfortunately, with the game maintenance stuff happening, everyone was trying to log in. And when I eventually logged in, I actually managed to miss the startup screen that I normally grab, just showing the opposition, so that's unfortunate. But we're going to go in with a very different team compared to normal here. So we've got Hercules, we've got Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and we've got Quake. Now, the two of the champions on here, and you can probably guess what they are straight away. They're only going to be used for one specialist fight each, and realistically Quake could have been swapped out for somebody else, but that's what things happen. So we're going into this fight again. As people will know from my last video, I've just finished coming back from my holiday. So as I'm doing section 1 here, the plane has literally just landed back in the UK, and they've told us that we can't get off the plane just yet. So I'm like, right, okay, well, I've just got nothing better to do, let me just get these fights done. So section 1, path 2, we have this void on power struggle and combat strike counter fury rubbish. Gonna start ramping up Hercules on this fight. Obviously no suicides or anything on, because that'll just hurt me too much. And I put the combat regen on just because I never ever used them. And now I've got to be able to try and manage my specials a little bit better. Now, the main thing that's really annoying here is, as you can see there, so he puts this Petrify on me and then throws the special one, and at that point I realise actually this could start going downhill, because I need to be able to hit the 10 combos to be able to remove the debuff on me. And that's going to make sure they get a extra fury. And as you can see, every single time this defending void procs a debuff, it's always a Petrify. So you can see they're on 10 furies right now, 11. And it's just nuts. Whenever you're using a void on attack, you never ever get that lucky that Petrify even procs once at the start. Never mind twice in a row. But it happens. You see there, I lost 20% on Herc, so it's just a minor. We'll throw another potion into him and just get it done. But, so yeah, void there. I can understand the placement. It gets a Petrify also. You give him a few furies, he's gonna start absolutely draining your your health pool. It's just the way it is. So this fight here, I probably again didn't need an advanced power. I probably could have just done it with the combat regen, but just decided, like I said, I was on the plane, kind of wanted just to get these fights done to let other people move and help them out too. So they probably throw that a little bit too early in terms of being the optimal gameplay, but it is what it is. I'm not really too fussed. You see there, we're 20 seconds in, and Terax is already under 50% HP, so nothing really to worry about too much. I'm just going to go in and just carry on throwing the special ones like this. And Terax just drops so quickly. I've got the willpower healing from the armor breaks, so it's a pretty easy fight. I move up to Man-Thing just for my last energy for now. As you can see there, spamming the left-hand corner like I normally do to make sure I don't actually click fight at any point. But that was my section 1 done. So we start to come now into section 2. A few alliance mates in the battle group have already cleared the middle section and one of the mini bosses. So it now leaves me open to do pretty much all of my fights at once. Now at this point, Black was playing a incredible war. They were absolutely taking it to us. We couldn't believe it. It was just one of them wars where you're like, wow, they have stepped up and they are giving it to us. And at this point I think we're either 2-0 or 2-1 down. So everybody now is playing for their life, because one thing that we spotted straight away is that they didn't place the full 150 diversity. They actually placed a couple of diversity champs, in Battle Group 3 there was 2 Tigres, I believe it was. So we knew that if it came to the point of us matching on a attack bonus, we'd win. Even with the time, because of the fact that there was the issue with diversity placements. Again, that could be something logical from them. It might have just been a mistake. We won't know unless someone tells us. But it's just what it is. These things happen. It was just one of them placement things. So here I'm going to throw this special 2 on this Magneto. Now I checked his signature level. I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it was like SIG 200. So now I just got to watch out for that special 2. Manage to dex it there. Throw the special 1. Try and keep these strike combat things off him and try not to get too many disorients. And as you can see there, once the special 2 and the special 1 had landed on Magneto, it was already game over for them. So that was Hercules' third fight, and now it's going to be his last one here against this Eye-Hulk. So I'm just going to put one more potion in them. Again, probably surplus to requirements, but you know, we're losing at this point. We need to try and make sure that we do everything clean to have a good chance. So we go into this Eye-Hulk here, and I thought I was going to get smacked there. I got quite lucky. The intercept kind of came to me after. So now I'm just waiting, and I'm just waiting. I believe I try and bait the special 1. Come on. Yeah. So there we go. Finally throws a special 1, so I can do 1 hit. Get the Infuriate. Get the special 2 thrown off. You can see there is only on the 5 gamma. So at this point I'm like, right, okay, I can just lay into him. Try and drop this Eye-Hulk before the gamma builds up too much. I'm not really bothered about the strike. Like countered, block, penetration, rubbish that they have on them. And here I do make what tends to be a kind of like an organizational mistake between myself and the officers. I just wanted to get these fights done, so I was kind of in a rush, and I was like, right, just get into it, get it done. So I just go in here with these nodes, knowing that, right, I cannot make any contact with Nimrod, with Quake, or whatsoever. So it's a Quake fight, I'll double speed it. But basically what I probably should have done is I probably should have put suicides on, ready for this fight and the next fight. And it would have made this fight so much quicker. But I didn't. I then had to put suicides on for the next fight. And it just meant that this fight was just a little bit longer. But you see, there's nothing too crazy. And this is what I mean. Like the specialist fight for Quake here. So realistically, the 2 main counters that you see most people using for this fight would be Quake or Nebula. So I do also have a rank 3 Nebula as of like a week ago. So I probably could have brought them into war and used them here. But it is what it is. We're using Quake. We got assigned that, so that's what we'll do. And it's going pretty well so far. It actually goes really clean all the way through. But I just wanted to be sure that if I took a hit, I probably wouldn't die to the hit. I might get low from the bleed. But I shouldn't actually die from any of the hits. And that puts me on the end of section 2, moving up into the mini-boss island there. So you can see there that they're waiting for them to be cleared. At this point, I've just switched my masteries and then backed out to the home screen to then come back into this. So at this point, I've activated full suicides, have Mystic Dispersion on, and I also have taken out Dexterity so that I can't ever get the precision buff and lose it against the global. So with me running full suicides, the greater attack and the 20% boost, I decided to go a little bit lower on the power back. Just in case, and you see there I'm using my, I think it's like my 3rd advanced power boost of this war, I think. So Black Widow Clairvoyant, main thing here is to get into the Incinerate phase, have an Incinerate on, and then you can use the stun vulnerability against them. So I land a really clean intercept there at the start of the fight, takes off the power charge, gives me a bit of Mystic Dispersion too. And now it's just a matter of going through the cycle of Dragon Man. If they throw a special 1, fantastic. If they don't, we push them to special 2. But we should always be stealing the power charge from them. So you see there the power is going up slightly, but when I throw the attack, the medium, it nullifies it, and then if it didn't anyway, this buff immunity that you'll see in a second will just stop the power charge even triggering, and then you can just deal with it that way. But we're 45 seconds in, Dragon Man's already below half health, and you can see here that it's just going absolutely perfectly. I just need to now land another Incinerate, so you can see there, just get that. Ready to then be able to parry stun if I want, and you can see there I do. And then now I'm just waiting again for the chance to be able to throw another special 2 just to end the fight. So 1 minute and 15, quite easy there, 90% health. That was my final fight of this war. So I had 1 mini boss, which is quite nice, a shared fight in Nimrod, and then 4 path fights. So it might not be as crazy as some other war videos, but it is a decent amount. The battle group here managed to get another 0, so that's the 3rd 0 so far this season. And we ended up dying twice to their 4 times, so they died a couple of times in the end. But again, a great war from Black. Especially all of us in GT40 were majorly shocked by how much they were actually taking it to us. And yeah, it managed to come back to us in the end. But GG to Black, and I hope they have a good rest of the season.